One thing before we enter. Alvis, you can see the future like me.
I am from a long line of seers dedicated to serving the Imperial family. My visions help to protect the Empire.
But you're a Homs.
Yes. But that is for another time. My ancestry is not easily explained, and my ability to see the future is equally complicated. You might say, I have my own ritual. Is it not the same for you?
No. My visions appear suddenly, without warning. At first, they're obscure. Then, as it gets closer to the event, I start to understand.
It seems you possess a power greater than I still have not seen any danger befall Her Highness.
Not much use as a seer then, are you?
Nothing passes you by, does it? Now you see why I asked for your help. What a lucky coincidence that I happened to see you in danger.
A coincidence?
But I've seen you use the Monado.
The Monado has been passed down the Imperial line for generations. The sword of the Bionis. It is compelled to do its master's bidding. Magnified greatly, it has the power to control the very fabric of our world. Ether. Control the ether, and your will is made reality. I willed it, and it happened. That is all. Perhaps due to that power, the High Entia sealed away the Monado for centuries. Eventually, it found its way into the hands of the Homs, and then you, Shulk. A coincidence, or something more? You must discover this yourself, for you are the one who wields the Monado. The Bionis is stirring.
The ancestral altar lies deep beneath the seals. What trials await me, I wonder? I must not lose focus.
I wonder, will this be another segment where we control her for 25 seconds? Who's to say? Now, I hate to give it away immediately, but there's been some accidents. We're a little bit stronger than we should be. Oops, my bad. Let's roll this back. I was gonna tell you that I went a little bit too hard in between episodes, and then show you the gap, but I think that tells you all you need to know. Everyone's between like 45 and 46. The reason for that is simple. I was not in a place where I could record, but I was in a place where I could do side quests, so I decided to just slam my skull into it until they begged me. No more.
2,512 cycles since last visitor. State your name and purpose.
Melia Antiqua. I have come to be judged on my legitimacy to the throne by the ancestral spirits.
Permission granted. Commencing analysis of genetic data.
It's so cold.
There are remnants of ancient spirits in here. This is no ordinary chill.
As I explained before, Dunban, the defense systems are designed to prevent uninvited...
Well, what does this do?
Don't touch!
Huh?
Deal damage by firing elementals. You're alone. It might be best to be good at this. For to fire elementals after summoning them to deal damage rather than using to grant buffs. However, when taking on multiple enemies, try doing sleep. Okay. I'll do my best. I'll try to do the best that I can here. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah, I did like an absurd amount of questing in between episodes. Like a lot. And the two things I have here are only possible within this dungeon. I also did the reconstruction stuff that exists in here, which I didn't even know. I forgot that this menu was in here, where you could like check it on the fly. And the only things I can do with the reconstruction of Colony 6 is either tied to this building or tied to later areas. I could tell they were later areas because I'm like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that location is called. Never seen it before. So that's good. We're making some nice progress. That's level 32. I think that says a lot about the current situation we're in. I would apologize for becoming powered up like this, but there's nothing that could have stopped that. I mean, I guess I could make it go to sleep. Yeah, that works. Ah, yes, that's what this is, the whole firing thing. Look at me, I'm brilliant. In the previous videos, I got a comment of someone saying, please, for the love of God, KZ, use Slit Edge and then use backslash. The first one debuffs the enemy. To you, thank you. That is a valuable piece of information that that I'm very proud of. Also, a thing I want to check, because I did it. I did it whenever we're doing quests. Okay, I was just making sure. I'm gonna be real with you. I switched to casual mode when I go into side quest mode. The reason being, a lot of these quests are in fact MMO. I'm going to suck your time away and eat your blood. So the last thing I want is for them to somehow take longer. Because good God. I really be out here doing 12 hours of side quests in between two videos. It may in fact have happened. Alright, I've summoned that thing, so now I'm doing that stuff. That's all good. Oh yeah, I've got water. So it seems seems I can't spam the same one over and over again. It's something like that. Now, some people could go, yeah, you could look up what it does. And I'm like, you're right, I very well could. But let's be real here. As much as I think she's neat for the time being, it's me playing will probably be the Shulk Dunban party. Because I enjoy their kit quite a bit. No trap here can defeat me. I'm 10 levels above the enemies. You got nothing.
You have done well, my descendant.
Descendant? Are you the progenitor of Antiqua?
Think of me as a recreation of said ancestor, possessing his thoughts and speech.
But he passed away thousands of years ago.
Do not mistake me for a living being. I am a replica of your ancestor. I am merely a projection of what he would be if you were to meet him now.
I do not understand. But I do not suspect any falsehood in your words.
It is beyond doubt. If I could feel, I would feel joy. I am not real. not lie.
Joy? What do you mean?
The results of the gene analysis show Holmes gene integration of 80%. Estimates suggest evolution within 8 generations. Our wishes are almost fulfilled.
Wishes?
Our purpose, as decreed by the Bionis, is linked to our genetic sequence. We have spent millennia analyzing sequences to free ourselves from the curse. Only a certain gene set will unlock the mechanism and set us free.
I still do not understand.
It is of no consequence. I grant you this seal.
Is this?
It is you who will rule the High Entia, and likely be their last.
Revered ancestor,
Go forth and rule, my descendant.
So the spirits look favorably upon you.
Explain yourself. Only Imperials are permitted to enter this place.
I am the subject of Her Highness the First Consort. I need no permission.
You can tell she's mean because her
Mother's
mask looks
subject.
mean.
No impure child of the Second Consort has the right to refer to the First Consort as mother. A filthy Homs half-breed has no right to the throne.
Yeah, now seems like the right time to switch over to the other squad. Ryan, your brain dead.
It's a great big hole somewhere like that.
As I explained, it's a defense mechanism.
What a mess, Rhine.
Friend not clever touching button.
I'm with these guys, Rhine.
How was I supposed to know that was gonna happen? What about your visions, eh? You think the two of you could come up with something?
You know it doesn't work like that.
It would have been useful, yes.
Pair of fortune-telling frauds.
You got us into this mess. And it's not the first time either.
Ricky agree with Shulk.
Why is it my fault all of a sudden?
What?
This time it
All
is
of a
your
sudden.
fault.
Precisely.
Well...
Be thankful that we are all alive. I suggest greater care next time. Our journey will be longer, but we can still make our way deeper into the tomb.
Okay. We can't waste another second. Melia needs us.
Yeah, that could have gone a bit better. Something I did want to address that was like that was going to be at the start. I fast traveled to this location at the beginning of the video, but then it started playing the cutscene, which made me upset because when I came here earlier, it didn't play a cutscene, but I guess fast traveling to it meant they place you right where the goal is, which really depressed me. But I wanted to change the party because yeah, I don't think Shulk's a good fit here. Actually, he might actually be a perfectly fine fit, thinking about it, actually. Doesn't look like we're fighting any of the humanoid enemy types. But we'll see. Here's hoping. But we have some side quest stuff to take care of in the tomb as well.
The enemy's weak, but don't drop your guard. This won't take long. I'm not too partial to these. How good are we?
Nice. Yeah, we're probably gonna floss on a bunch of enemies for a little while. Though I'm sure people will forgive me. My Let's Plays were never really about the thrill of the challenge, more in that let's get through the whole story thing. And I feel like everyone who's played Xenoblade, given the way the game works, I feel like plenty of people have found themselves too strong at points. Also, the more I record, the more I will avoid enemies. So don't worry. The curve will catch up pretty fast, I imagine. Help me, I'm in pain. Hold on, I should use superior tactics. There we go. I had to heed the advice of the YouTube comment real quick. Not being sarcastic either. Thank you for that. For the advice that people were throwing out there. Also stuff about chain attacks of like, if you constantly use the same color, you'll get the multiplier. And tasty sausage, you'll get the multiplier up if you use the same color a bunch. And then you could say use a Monado Buster when it's at a high chain rate, or Dunban's talent art. Because I know that shit rips things apart. Oh boy. Huh, we're strong enough that these things don't give a shit. That's good. Open. Or I guess, fade away. Nice. Alright, that's the collection quest done. That's done well for our pocketbook. We have over 500,000 money, like 614k. That's going to be needed because whenever we reach a new town that's like, alright, here are your art upgrade books, there ends up being like a shit ton. It ends up being like, alright, you're gonna drop 140k off that alone. When I walked there, here's my thing. Whatever, who cares if it's a gap? A yellow light bridge shall appear, and nothing bad will ever happen. As it turns out, that was a ruse. They wanted you to climb and shimmy. Did you just kill Dunban? I think you killed Dunban. Or I'm sorry. Said his name wrong. Duncan. Look at him. Look, Duncan's trying to regenerate right now. It's very important. You know, yesterday's video is very funny because that was going to be 2 videos, given the way that I recorded it. But 1, I cut out a lot of stuff. I'd like to avoid doing like a 24, 25-minute video if I can manage it. 2, I thought I was off the wall. Was not off the wall. Was going, what the hell's happening with movement? I'm killing myself. That's in fact what was happening. But they're going to make me do this again, so I get to keep on talking and fill in time. You know, like yesterday's video was funny because as I was going through it, I try to avoid doing like a 25-minute video of something. I like to have it at least be a bit meatier. And also, I tend to be under the idea that if I find that a video could be longer, but I can contain the entire chunk of me playing the game badly into one video, that tends to help a bit. That's why here, I've gone through my training arc. Not only am I super prepared, but everything's good. We're in a good spot. This is important, because I would like to record and get ahead on this Let's Play. And I don't want to get gated because I'm too weak. At least not for a few.
That is a big ball of something.
This is a cool ball.
He'd look fun and sparkle.
It's not attacking us, at least.
What's happening?
Is it attacking us?
Look at that.
Another defense mechanism.
At a guess, we're looking at the tomb's guard.
We're not getting past without a fight.
Everyone, Melia needs us. We can't let this thing stop us.
No problem. Time to break my record.
Well, if you insist, or Luga Rufus. First off, let's do a little bit of that. Yeah, that's the good damage. This thing will absolutely die before I have a chance to do a chain attack. Just a little bit more. There.
Anyone would think we're not wanted. Are we ever gonna find her?
I think you'll find we had to take the long way because somebody pushed a certain button.
Somebody mean Rhine.
Dummy.
Hairball. It was just a button.
Relax. She will be fine. This route will lead us to the ritual altar. But time is of the essence.
We've got to hurry. There's no time to lose.
Are we gonna cut back to her, or are we gonna keep going? We're gonna keep going. That's fair. Gotta leave us in suspense, you know? Ooh, there's stuff? You guys know how much I love stuff. You know, I was wondering how comfortable I would be, like, even doing the side quests, though, because I was telling you guys in the early episodes how much I enjoyed doing the side quests, and I didn't necessarily want to do the whole mainline thing only for the Let's Play. I wanted to, like, include side content, and I think my decision is to flip on that entirely. I don't know what it is. It's just, I do find it a little bit difficult, because even when I play stuff, I tend to imagine how I would commentate it, and a lot of that stuff's just... God, some of the quests in this suck dick. They are so bad, some of them. Some of them include shit like, okay, you're in the Earth Sea, or Aerith Sea. There are floating little dragon fish things in the air, and you need to knock them down. And it takes them forever to get into range for aggro. And then you do it, you wait like a minute and a half to get to them. They finally show up. You finally nail it. They didn't drop the item. And then you just keep doing it over and over again until you wish for the embrace of death. And it's like, God. Like, I play Final Fantasy XIV a decent bit, and that one's much more of a casual approach at an MMO, in the way that the quests don't make me wish for death nearly as much. Granted, I don't do... I try to avoid the stuff in that is just cynical. It's going to take you weeks and weeks just to do this one thing. I try to avoid some of that stuff. But man, some of these quests were just like pulling teeth. Not a fan. I was looking for the quests here. I wanted to see what this wants now. Okay, it's a return. All right, neat. That means we're all done here for the moment. Okay, but there was that quest. There was one in the Aerith Sea where it's a challenge. A challenge quest are just the beat the cool monster. And that beat the cool monster entailed a part where it's like, all right, it only appears in a secluded island during a meteor shower. And it took me maybe 70 fucking retries of shooting the clock back to like midnight to make it nighttime to get the weather effect for a meteor shower. And when I finally did it, because I did not know where it was located, because I wasn't like looking at a guide, they're like, it's halfway across the world. So by the time I could even get close enough to reach it, it's about to hit dawn. Which means the shower's gonna end. Which means my time is wasted. Which means I need to reload more. Thankfully, the video game gods had some form of... They had some form of mercy. Right? They had some form of mercy. I've been going the wrong way. They had some form of mercy on me. And went, okay, KZ. All you got to do is you got to run through this like 10 more times. You need to reset the clock like 10 times. We'll get through this really fast. Tasty sausage. we're not gonna make you wait 10 minutes of just spinning this clock to get the weather effect again. And I'm like, God, some of these are just so nightmarish. But unfortunately, I'm someone who can be easily affected by MMO-style quests. Tasty sausage in the water. That's gross, but I'm one of those people that goes, yes, the dopamine's hitting my brain because I got so many of these done and I'm leveling up and the affinity is being built. They do a good job of integrating all the systems together, and that's not even getting into the fact of the Colony 6 restoration stuff, which I think is also pretty okay. Because you can solve a lot of the restoration problems by, once again, going the wrong way, by either beating up enemies to get them to drop something, finding something in the field, or maybe you can just use the power of trading to get what you need. And all that stuff I think is pretty solid. Now, we're going to get the fuck off that thing. We're going to look at this. It wants us probably to go that way. You cannot currently skip to that landmark. This game's a hate crime. Now, let's keep going. So far, I've gotten the Colony 6 thing to level 2. I haven't seen, like, super huge benefits, aside from a good gem. We got an EXP up level 3 gem that I put on Dunbine. And I bought one in the time attack mode, put it on Shulk. So at the moment we're sitting pretty. I haven't looked in super big detail on the gems to like get the best possible stuff, but I went this number's big. I'll do that. So we're still working that out, but I'm feeling pretty good. So if we go straight... Why do I keep getting confused here? Ah. This probably... Yeah, I see. I'm looking at the map, which is showing me bridges, but those bridges aren't real. Probably because of defense systems, because we're not supposed to be here. But I guess I can give a bit more detailed thoughts. I've played a decent amount of this game so far. Thinking about it, we're in the early 20s in terms of episode count. The amount I've done off screen, it's like, yeah, I've grown I have a decent appreciation. I feel like I have a decent grasp of the game. Not so much the plot just yet. I have a couple ideas. But yeah, I think this is really solid. If I was to like compare it to the second game, I'd say that this one, I'm just as interested in the story here as I was that one, though that one's a bit more typical shonen battle style in what its story's trying to do. But I like the characters in that a decent bit, so I was fine with it regardless. Then there's some really cool battle choreography in that, which I'm glad I see it was also in this one as well. If there's one W that this game can get over that one, because I actually did pull up the game recently to get a screenshot for a thing, was holy hell, the UI in the second game is kind of miserable compared to it. It just seems way too bulky and unyieldy. And I had heard shortly after the game came out that, given how Rush 2 was to be in a launch year for the Switch, that game ended up getting... Ooh. This is one of those important items. Secret club card. Ooh. I had heard that they outsourced some of the UI stuff because they needed that game to come out when it did, because the Switch was launching, it needed a killer lineup. So the UI ended up being pretty rough, and it definitely feels it. I feel like that could have used a better, sleeker look, a bit more responsive, easier to understand. Definitely feel like that kind of stuff would be improved. But then again, that game does a lot of things that are unfortunately magnified with how the game's presented, I want to actually see what was down here. Not much. Like I was talking about it in a previous episode, I assume, where it's like, hey, everyone talks during battle, so that's, you know, that's a thing that's happening. But in that game, it's worse because you effectively have 6 party members, so 6 people are yelling at the same time. That's kind of unfortunate. Because I do like battle lines in JRPGs, but I feel like it needs to be spaced out a little bit. Jesus Christ, Ryan. Because it ends up like overpowering like the game's score and the game's like sound effects and stuff. I feel like it needs to be paced pretty well. And Xenoblade 2 just does what Xenoblade 1 does, but it has more characters, which means it's just a bit more nightmarish. I'll kill you because you might drop something worth it. It's cute how these things fall down, but they don't actually aggro because my level's high enough. But I'll pretend they did and beat them up. Ah, that's the nice big damage. And do this because it's off cooldown. What are we looking at? Gale Shot, Atlas Remote Unit. All that's neat. You want me to go up there? This dotted line is pointing toward the stairs. I gotta. Who knows how important this thing up here could be? But yeah, I really enjoy the Xenoblade games and stuff. I hope that after they finish this one, they can just make a third. Because I feel like that would be good to see them, like, take the lessons they learned from remastering this and making the second game to, like, shoot for something. If anything, also take, like, maybe expand upon the things they did with Torna the Golden Country, which was the expansion to 2. Because in particular, I found that to be incredibly strong. Of course, I know the next thing they're going to work on will not be a Xenoblade 3. Like, the next thing we'll see is most likely going to be their new IP. Because they were teasing, like, art for after Xenoblade 2 came out. So that'll be exciting.
Filthy Homs half-breed has no right to the throne!
Melia, half Homs.
Whoa!
Melia!
So... Melia, in the tomb! Why should you care when you're about to meet your death?
Alright, this seems about right.
I will not let the throne be sullied!
Alright, I can't. Oh, fuck, I forgot that because I can't hurt her. Fine. Telethia first. Yeah, fill up the talent gauge. I gotta heal, though, because that cuts my HP a decent bit. Cut him up. Let's see what we got. Put it up to 4. Yeah, do bleed. 90,000. There we go. Showing you what I'm working with. Alright. And then there was one. Whatever, that'll still down your stuff. And I can still put break on you. Enchant them. I'll just be the support guy. I like that. They're like... You're like, you got the backslash chant. You do 2 damage now. They're like, nah, you're not continuing. You're good. Ah, it was close, but I didn't make it in time. Oh no, a vision of bullshit. And we're done.
It's not over! Telethia! Kill as many of them as you can!
Keep clear! The Telethia is destroying itself!
What?
Almost bought it.
Alvis, thank you.
My pleasure, Shulk.
Why did you come?
The Monado gave me a warning that you were in danger. I'm just glad we made it.
Hey, Shulk. Whoever that was is gone.
So, they escaped.
Shulk. Everyone. I thank you. You saved me.
Ricky, Smiley, Smiley! Millie, all safe! All thanks to Hero Pawn!
That's not how I remember it, Cheeseball.
Ryan, we would have gotten here faster if it wasn't for you. She's like, I like this little ball of shit. He's cool.
And that concludes my report on events in the tomb.
So, there are forces working in the shadows.
However, this is purely circumstantial. Nothing can be proven.
Inquisitors of the Bionite Order, dedicated and devoted to the Bionis.
The Order was dissolved under the rule of the Emperor Lumion, 47th successor to the throne, due to its extreme practices.
Like puppet masters pulling the strings from the shadows. I believe their bloodline was lost to the ages.
Her Highness the First Consort is currently residing in the Tower of Investigation. The Ministry of Investigation's judgment should be imminent.
Well, that may not be enough. I myself must shine a light on the truth.
Agreed.
Mother.
Melia.
Your Majesty.
You have returned unharmed from the tomb. The Forefathers have spoken.
But if it hadn't been for Shulk...
Callian has informed me of what happened. There is no reason to doubt your legitimacy to the throne.
Believe in yourself, Crown Princess.
Brother...
Tomorrow will be the investiture ceremony. At the appointed time, You will become my successor. Be proud.
I will.
Melia, my child. I am overjoyed at how far you have come. You are truly worthy of the throne. Continue the legacy of your High Entia and Hom's bloodline. You are the hope of Bionis.
He's got big ears.
Oh, Ricky and friends helped save Melia. Ricky very happy.
We're all relieved. But something's still bothering me.
What is it?
Why was Melia chosen as the crown princess? Shouldn't Callian have been the one to ascend? And her foe in the tomb clearly opposed that decision.
You have a point.
Callian is more than a worthy candidate. What reason could they have for choosing Melia? And why would Callian go along with this?
It's a mystery.
Our apologies. His Majesty the Emperor summons you.
Finally! He's gonna let us into Prison Island. Yeah.
His Majesty awaits you in the audience chamber. He asks that you join him shortly.